Hi, I'm Anna. Nice to meet you. Please take a seat.
Thank you.
How are you today?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
That's good. Yeah, I'm not too bad, thank
That's
you.
good.
Did you get here okay? I know sometimes it's a bit tricky to
Yeah,
find
I do.
us.
Actually, I use Google Maps.
That's good.
Modern technology.
Yeah, the power of the phone.
Yeah.
It's crazy what they're doing these days.
I
Every
know.
single update is just,
It's wonderful.
I know, they're so far ahead of us. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
So what have you been up to today besides obviously coming here?
Not much actually. I went cricket training this morning with my brother.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you play or do you just help your brother train?
We both play. Yeah.
That's so good. Do you play grade cricket?
Yeah, I do. I play first grade for Parramatta. Yeah, we're moving to first grade this year. So
Oh, nice.
first year.
Did you play second grade
Yeah.
before? Yeah. How did you go in that?
Yeah, we actually did really well. We were premiers.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank
Beth.
you.
Are you expecting it to be the same or a lot more of a challenge?
A lot more of a challenge, I reckon, especially with all the contracted players.
Oh, yeah, I could
Big
imagine.
Bash and New South Wales, yeah.
Yeah, but you must see those players like in the media and stuff, so
Yeah.
it must be
Yeah.
pretty amazing to go out on
It's
the
a bit
field alongside them.
intimidating.
Yeah, I could
it's
imagine
scary.
that it
Yeah.
would be. Yeah, no, definitely a great experience.
Yeah, definitely.
Sounds like you love your cricket if you're playing your first grade.
Yeah, I do. Love it.
Yeah, you're a batter, bowler, bit of both.
I'm mainly a bowler, but I like to think of myself as a bit of a bowling all-rounder.
Nice.
So a bit of bowling with batting.
Yeah, it's always nice to have some time out in the middle with the bat.
Yeah, it
I
is.
used to play and I was
yeah.
a batter, yeah.
That's good. Who did you play for?
Castle Hill RSL.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Club cricket?
yeah, just
Yeah.
T20, so
Yeah.
nothing serious. But
Why
just
did you
fun.
stop?
As you know, it takes up a lot of time with like
Yeah.
the training and stuff. Just going into year 12,
Oh,
just
yeah.
decided
Studies.
to focus on
Yeah.
studies. But yeah, hoping to get
Good
back
choice.
into it eventually.
That's good.
Yeah. So obviously I said it's a lot of time. Are you playing Saturday and Sunday? Or?
I used to play both, but now it's
Oh,
just Sunday. Yeah.
Yeah, even with first grade, I could imagine lots of training.
Lots of training.
2 or 3
Three
times
plus
a
all the
week.
extra fitness and
Mm,
conditioning, stuff like that.
yeah, you'd have to be very fit
Yeah.
in first grade. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you studying as well? Are you at uni?
Yeah, I am. I'm studying a
Uni?
Bachelor of Physiotherapy.
Oh, that's insane.
Yeah.
Are you wanting to be a physio? Obviously?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know any particular reason why?
Um,
Maybe like
Not
cricket?
really. I've always wanted to do something in the health industry,
Yeah.
but I've always been bouncing between like nursing and
Mm.
paramedicine and physio. And I think after doing my work experience all the way back in year 10, I think physio it interested me the most. So I've always stuck with it and known that that's what I want to do.
Yeah, well, it is
Yeah.
interesting. I've had a few friends who have studied
Oh,
it,
yeah.
and yeah,
There's
very
lots of
competitive
different
these
paths. Yeah, it is very competitive. There's lots of different paths in physio, so like work in hospitals and that, but I think
Yeah.
I want to take sports physio
Oh, that's
option.
nice.
So
Yeah, obviously
still
inspired by your
working with
cricket.
sport, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really good.
Yeah.
Okay, so we may as well get started. Have you ever been to a lawyer before?
I haven't.
Okay, so I could imagine you're feeling a bit nervous, not knowing what to expect.
Yeah.
If you have any questions at all, don't be afraid to ask.
Okay.
Any questions, I'll answer them for you at any time.
Alright.
And when you're speaking to me, if at any point you feel overwhelmed, just please stop, take a few deep breaths. There's some water there, and help yourself.
Thanks.
I'm not going to force you to go on if you're feeling uncomfortable. And one last thing, anything you say to me today is going to be kept confidential. So any information you give to me, it stays in this firm.
Okay.
And it can only be disclosed, obviously, if you give me permission to
Alright. Cool.
share it. Okay, so we might just start. I'll just take some notes as you tell me your situation, why you want my assistance.
Okay.
I might ask some questions to clarify some points that are a bit unclear, and then once I've got all the details, we can go from there and make a plan for how we're going to move forward. Is it okay with you if I take some notes?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so why don't you tell me why you're here today?
Okay, so about 2 weeks ago, I was with a group of my friends, including my boyfriend, and we were at this really big music festival up in Byron Bay. And we were having a lot of fun, obviously, with the music and everything. And then we all saw the police coming in, and they were there to do drug testing because, as you know, music festival, there's bound to be drugs.
That whole atmosphere of the festival.
Yeah. So we were there, and my boyfriend suddenly became really nervous. And then I was wondering why, like, he's always been fine with the presence of police. But then he kind of disappeared for a bit. And then he came back and he was, like, really close to me and really, like, touchy-feely. And then later I was taken by the police for drug testing. We all were. and I was charged with the possession of drugs, and the drugs were in my jacket pocket, and I did not have the drugs. I never used drugs, and I do not know where they came from. And then later on, my boyfriend told me that he put the drugs in my pocket. And so anyway, I was taken back to the station and questioned and charged with the possession of drugs. But they kind of let me go because there were a lot of people. There were drugs, but I was issued with a court attendance notice. So yeah, but my boyfriend, he's got a very, very good job with a clerk assistant in a big law firm in the city. He's still in uni. He comes from a very, very wealthy family. So I really want to protect him, and I want to plead guilty for this charge to protect him, because any criminal record he has will be bad for his job.
Yeah. Obviously sounds like a distressing situation.
Yeah, it is.
Yep. So you mentioned at the music festival you didn't bring the drugs in,
No.
and then you noticed a behavioural change. Your boyfriend
Yes.
was like unsettled in a way,
Yeah,
and then obviously when the police came, that was when they found
that
the
was
drugs.
the trigger. Yeah.
You were taken to the police station. When did your boyfriend tell you? Was it while you were still at the festival, or
It was after
After?
I'd been charged.
and how did that make you feel?
I was very angry. I was very pissed. I left him because we live together. We get a lot of support from from his family because they're very wealthy. I live in an apartment in the city. They own the apartment, so I live with my boyfriend. And I left. I did not come back for a while. I couch surfed with a few friends. I was just so angry.
Yeah. So you, in a way, you felt betrayed. And
Yeah, very betrayed.
So it sounds like you're very loyal to him. You care
Yeah,
a lot for him. So obviously, something like this,
yeah.
definitely.
But I want to protect his future and his career.
You mentioned his family, and they financially support you. So is that all? They just the apartment, or is there other aspects?
No,
of
they
it?
also pay for my university
Pay for
fees. Yep. They provide me with money for living, so food and
Yeah.
medical stuff. So yeah, they provide me with quite a lot.
Yeah. So it sounds like in a way you feel like you owe it to them,
Yeah,
because obviously it sounds like they do a lot for you.
they do it, so I have to repay them.
Yeah. And you mentioned your boyfriend. He's still at uni, but he has got a job as a clerk in one of the law firms.
Yeah.
So obviously that wouldn't go down well
No,
if he got a
with
criminal
criminal
record.
record.
But you are studying to become a physio. Have you thought about how
The implications.
the implications of the criminal charge against you?
It crossed my mind, but I've never really thought about it that much because I owe it to them. I want to protect him,
Yeah.
even if it means me not being able to get a career.
Yeah. So you're willing to sacrifice your career.
Yeah.
And obviously it sounds like they're financially supporting you. So
Yeah. They could, provide.
And say they're a wealthy family. Are there any other reasons why you may be pleading guilty instead of him, for his family?
Well, they did tell me that if I pled guilty to the charge, then they would look after me. They physically told me that.
Yeah, so now you feel...
I don't know what to do. I'm stuck in the middle.
Yeah, well, obviously sounds like you've got a hard choice to make.
I feel very pressured.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, because they have done a lot for you, but also
Yeah.
it wasn't your
It
drugs.
wasn't my drugs, wasn't
You
my
weren't-
choice, wasn't my
yeah.
fault.
No,
I just
that's-
makes me so angry.
Yeah, no, I completely understand that. Okay, so